Good day, I'm Tamara McHale, and this is your JIS news for Monday, April 4. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government is on track to implement its $1.5 million tax break. The plan involves removing income tax obligations for persons earning $1.5 million or less. In a statement following last week's cabinet retreat, Mr. Holness said the matter would be fully addressed in the 2016-2017 budget presentation. Last week's cabinet retreat was primarily held to finalize the budget, which is scheduled to be tabled in the House of Representatives on April 14. The executive used the 3 days of consultations to refine its new plans and programs and directed the ministries, departments and agencies on priorities and strategies for implementation. Presentations from the Ministry of Finance, the Central Bank and PIOJ were considered. Prime Minister Holness says he's encouraged by his ministers' dedication and energy, adding that he expects them to be agile and detailed in their implementation and supervision of government's plans and programs. Jamaica Customs is moving to increase its efficiency by acquiring new scanning equipment that facilitates a more hands-off approach to the inspection of cargo. Commissioner of Customs Major Richard Rees says the equipment, called a fixed portal, will be able to scan containerized shipment from different angles.
The benefits of such a system would be increased revenue, obviously, and of course improved border protection, because you would be able to identify products inside the container more accurately, and if you have a suspicious product, you can then do several additional views.
The upgraded equipment will complement the automated systems for customs data ASICUDA so that officials can determine if the images in the container match the documentation.
The message to persons who smuggle is that it is going to be very difficult and the penalties are high. So we encourage persons to do voluntary compliance, and we will ensure that you can clear your goods quickly.
If an individual commits a breach of the Customs Act, he or she can be fined 3 times the value of the goods and 3 times the duty, whichever is higher. The goods will also be seized. A number of measures are now being implemented to strengthen the security of the Tablets in Schools program before the next phase is rolled out. Minister of Science, Energy and Technology Dr. Andrew Wheatley gave the update during a recent ceremony where Jamaica handed over 100 tablet computers to 14 schools in its operating communities in Clarendon and Manchester.
In the next phase of the Tablet in School initiative, that we will be ensuring that the devices will have the necessary security features, so that if someone should by chance borrow it without permission, then that tablet will be rendered ineffective, useless. We will not be rolling out this new phase until we have achieved that objective.
Over 25,000 tablets have been distributed in schools since the pilot initiative started in the 2014-2015 academic year. Government will be strengthening the National Parenting Support Commission (NPSC) as a way of getting parents more involved in the academic affairs of their children. Minister of Education, Youth and Information Senator Ruel Reid made the announcement at the Jamaica Teachers Association's 15th Annual Education Conference held in St. Ann last week.
If parents don't show interest in education, it's only the teacher, as great as we are. But sometimes you know there's a disconnect. And if you show no interest in education, the child may very well, yes, be socialized that education is not important.
The Jamaican Association on Intellectual Disabilities, JIS, is urging more assessment of children who are classified as slow learners to determine if they are actually displaying characteristics of intellectual disabilities. The association's executive director, Christine Rodriguez, says there are several points in the education system where this assessment could be done.
If we are making a valiant effort to reach the persons with intellectual disability, we will also reach many of those persons who might not have an intellectual disability but are failing in school.
Mrs. Rodriguez was speaking at a recent JIS think tank. About 88% of children with intellectual disabilities are classified as mild and can be found in the regular school system. Pointing out that children with intellectual disabilities need alternative pathways to learning, JIS Executive Director says the association has been collaborating with teachers in several schools to help these students perform within their settings. And finally, the Jamaica Cancer Society is spearheading a number of health promotion activities this month to increase awareness on cervical cancer and encourage more persons to get screened for the disease. April is being observed as Cancer Awareness Month under the theme, Cervical Cancer is Preventable, Do Your Pap Smear. Executive Director of the Jamaica Cancer Society, Hewlett Gordon, told a recent JIS think tank that activities would include handing out flyers, pap smear screenings, a church service, and a lecture series on the 17th.
We'll be having interviews and exhibits, and we'll be going across the country. We'll be in Montego Bay, we'll be in Manchester, engaging the public, increasing awareness around cervical cancer.
Although it is preventable, cervical cancer remains the second leading cancer and cause of cancer-related deaths among Jamaican women. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thanks for watching.